And a pleasant good evening to all. This is Big Polly with another episode of HTBL Baseball for you. It's the seventh game for everybody in the Hometown Baseball League, but this series will be identical to the first three games. Everybody is playing everybody they played in 1, 2, and 3, except actually there is no difference. It's going to be at the same place. Like for instance, New York has a series with Baltimore. That was the first game we did here on the HTBL, and they are playing at the exact same site for games 7, 8, and 9. And then we go into out of division play, and that'll be a lot more simpler. So let's recap what happened on the sixth game, April 11th, in terms of the game's timeline. It was the Red Sox over the Orioles 8-4, Tiant over McGinty. Fred Lynn went 3 for 5, two doubles. The Rays are 4-2. They're getting help from their draft picks. They win 6-4 over the Yankees. Vance over Whitey Ford. Combs for the Yankees 3 for 5, a triple and a stolen base. The White Sox mauled the Blue Jays 16-1. Saccotti over Clancy. Jimmy Fox, who's with the White Sox in this, 2 homers to get to 3 on the season and 6 ribbies on the day. Cleveland shut out Detroit 3-0. Early Win has thrown the HTBL's first no-hitter in that game. Newhouse picked up the loss. Newhouser. We will show you the box score of that. And it was 3-0. And you see the 0-0-0 in the runs, hits, and errors column for Detroit. Win had 4 walks, so it was not a perfect game through 130 pitches. And it was Detroit not picking up any hits at all. So congratulations to Early Win on throwing the first no-hitter in HTBL history. And I didn't realize that until I said it. The Twins over the Royals 4-0. Cott over Waddell. Knobloch went 2 for 5 with a double and a stolen base. The Browns 4-3 over Houston. We had them a couple of episodes ago. It was Glade over Wagner. Shane Deist, who was with the Browns, went 2 for 5, a homer, 2 ribbies. Yes, I know he played for the Cardinals, but the Cardinals didn't pick him up, so he was fair game for anybody to grab, and it was the St. Louis Browns who wound up picking him up. Philadelphia over the Mets 5-1. Ferguson over Seaver. Schmidt 1 for 2, a triple and 2 walks. Miami over Washington 4-2 in 10. Nichols over Cordero. Perez 4 for 4, a homer and a double. Cincinnati 2-0 over Atlanta. Rixey over Smoltz. Robinson 1 for 3 and a homer and 2 ribbies. The Expos are 3-3, and so are the Pittsburgh Pirates 6-1. Montreal wins. Pfeffer over Cooper. Gary Carter 2 for 4, 4 RBIs and a triple. The Cardinals, in a game you saw on our last episode, defeated Milwaukee 4-2 in 10. Dean went the distance against Mathewson. I'm thinking he went the distance. Let me just check the box score again on that. And no, Dean did go the distance. My mistake, folks. Dean over Mathewson. Hornsby 2 for 5 and a triple. The Cubbies defeat the Colorado Rockies at Coors Field 7-5. Adams over Pittenger. Hack Wilson 3 for 4 and 2 homers, 3 RBIs. Oakland over LA, and we're going to see LA here in just a moment, 3-2. Oakland picks up its first win. Whitney over Nolan Ryan. Jackson went 3 for 4, a double, a stolen base. Seattle, the other team you're going to see up next, they edge out Texas 4-3. They have the lead in the American League West. White over Buffington. Martinez 3 for 4, a homer to get to 3 home runs on the season and 2 ribbies. Arizona 5-1 in 15 over San Diego. It was Delgado over Hoffman. Womack 3 for 6 and a double. The Giants end the LA's undefeated streak at 5-1. They go to 5-1 after a 9-1 win. Marichal over Sutton, and you see here over on the right of the screen, Earl Combs is leading all hitters after the first 6 games at 467. We have 9 pitchers who have yet to pick up an earned run. Mark Langston in 10th with that 0.56. Tampa Bay leading all teams in batting 316, and San Diego is 1.27 on the old ERA. So that's going to bring us to Angel Stadium in Anaheim for today's game between Seattle and the LA Angels, or the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, if you want to be precise. Hit the play button. And it is we're going to control the Angels. The Angels, by the way, have Jackie Robinson on their team because when we draft the Dodgers, we draft only LA Dodgers. We put all the Brooklyn Dodgers in the draft, and it was the Angels who picked them up. And it's going to be Rudolph pitching for Seattle. And John Lackey will be pitching for the Angels. And we'll go through the lineups here in just a moment. 70 degrees and clear.
John Lackey
is going to be our weather at Angel Stadium tonight. You see that rock pile in left center. For Seattle, Bradley leads off, plays left field. Reynolds will play second base. He bats second. At batting third, Edgar Martinez, the DH. Batting fourth, A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez. He's at short. John Olerud will play first base. He bats fifth. In the sixth hole, Ken Griffey Jr., he is the center fielder. Jojima is the catcher, batting seventh. Bloomquist in right. Bell at third. And Rudolph will be pitching for Seattle. That is John Lackey pitching for the Angels. They have Anderson, Garrett Anderson, a 7 and a 4, 7-range forearm in left field. Erstad is a 7 and 5 in right. Babe Herman is a 4 and an 8 in right. Klaus, a 7 at third base. Fergosi at 8 at shortstop. Robinson, Jackie Robinson, who we were just telling you, I can play first, second, third, or left. He's an 8 at second. Lee Thomas is a 5 at first. Mickey Cochran, another surprise get by the LA Angels. He played for Detroit most of his career. An 8 and a 6 behind the plate. Lackey is a 6 range as he pitches. So let's bring on Bradley. 200 so far on the year. No homers, no RBIs. And that was a deep fly to center. Erstad got to it, and there's one out. Harold Reynolds, who I guess nowadays is better known for his commentary, baseball analysis, he steps in. He is, so far in the year, 440 with a homer and 4 ribbies, so he is off to a good start. Grounder right in front of the dish, but it's a foul ball, and the count now 0-2. I control the Angels, remind you, and the computer takes control of Seattle. Edgar Martinez, the DH, your new hitter, 318, 3 homers, 4 ribbies. Lackey dealing to him after his first K. That's hit well to center, but Erstad's coming in. No, it bounces off the wall. It got by him, and Martinez at second with a double. That keeps the inning alive for A-Rod. 391 on the year, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. So this Seattle team has plenty of power, and I don't think they'll be afraid to use it as this game progresses, because that's what you try to do. You try to win the games. Hit well to left. Henderson. I'm sorry, that is Anderson. I'm sorry, Garrett Anderson.
Seattle.
Why did I say Henderson?
Rudolph.
So Rudolph pitching for Seattle, and we'll go through the LA lineup. Jackie Robinson at second. He leads off. Erstad at center. He bats second. Herman in right, batting third. Cochran, the catcher, batting fourth. Davis, the DH, hits fifth. Klaus at third base, hitting sixth. Anderson, the left fielder, batting seventh. Fergosi at shortstop, batting eighth. And Thomas at first base bats ninth. Lackey, by the way, can go 110 pitches on the EPC. Rudolph can go 130. Defensively for Seattle, Bradley, a 5 range and a 3 arm at left. Griffey, a 7 with a 6 arm at center. By the way, that is not Ken Griffey Sr., that is Ken Griffey Jr. playing center for the Mariners. Ken Griffey Senior plays for the Reds. We'll fix that graphic next time we see Seattle. Bloomquist, who could play almost any position, any of the 7 positions. He's a 5 at right. And his arm is looks like a 2 or a 3. Bell is a 7. We'll just give you no, actually no, I can't do that. I just wanted to look at Bloomquist's. Just hang on a moment, folks. I want to look at Bloomquist here and give you the correct arm rating because he could play 7 positions. Fielding. His outfield arm is a 3. Okay. Bell is a 7 at third. Rodriguez a 7 at shortstop. Reynolds a 9 at second. Olerud a 6 at first. So the Griffey graphic is incorrect. That should be Ken Griffey Jr., not Ken Griffey Sr. Jojima is a 7 with an 8 arm catching, and Rudolph a 3 range as a pitcher. First batter was Robinson, and that went to the wall, and Robinson has a double. Robinson came in hitting .231. So that brings up Darren Erstad for, not California, but the LA Angels. 071's on the year, only 2 for 28. He has 2 ribbies. Erstad hits this to center. Griffey Jr. makes the play. Will Robinson try for third? He's got an 89% chance of getting there. He's safe. And Herman now up for the Angels. Babe Herman, 333. I think he played for Brooklyn in his career. 1 homer, 4 RBIs. Grounded base hit to right. That will score Robinson. A poor play by the first baseman, Olerud, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Angels. That brings up Mickey Cochran. Herman's got a steal rating of 67. Let's try it. He's safe. That's the second stolen base on the year. Cochran, 261. No homers, 2 ribbies. Bottom of the first, 1-0. Angels leading in a ball 4. And that's going to get to Eric Davis. I'm sorry, not Eric Davis. Chili Davis. Oh, I'm making a few boo-boos so far in this first inning, but we'll shake it off. 320, no homers, 4 ribbies. And Chili looks at strike 3, which will make him a hot tamale. Gloss. Troy Gloss, 375, a homer, and 3 ribbies so far this young season. He hits it to center. Griffey Jr. comes in, makes the putout. After an inning, 1-0, Angels. Lackey back out there after 11 pitches in the first. He will deal with Olerud, who is 208, no homers, and 3 RBIs. This is hit to center. Erstad got by him, and it went off the wall. Olerud in the second easily with a double. Ken Griffey Jr., that is your new hitter. 182, 1 homer, and 4 RBIs. He struck out. 2 outs. Bringing up Jojima, 261. No homers, no RBIs so far this year. To Fergosi, and what happened here with Fergosi? That looked like he couldn't hang on to it. Error for Fergosi moves everybody up a base. First error of the game. Bloomquist now your new hitter, who could play any position except catcher and pitcher. He is 143 so far on the season. No homers, no ribbies. Hit to right. Herman makes the play. And will Olerud go for it? No, he will stay at third base. We go to David Bell now, 273 on the year, 2 homers and 7 RBIs. He struck out. And Seattle is out of inning number 2. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Angels. Garrett Anderson, my goodness, 208, 1 homer, 3 RBIs. Rudolph needed 19 pitches to get out of the first inning. This is hit to center. Griffey back, makes the play, 1 out. Jim Fergosi up, 250 on the year, no homers, 2 RBIs. That's a base hit to left, and Fergosi aboard. Lee Thomas, your new hitter, 214 on the year, no homers, 1 RBI. Then we go back to the top of the order. That's a strikeout. Number 2 on the day for Dick Rudolph. Back to Jackie Robinson, 231 on the year, a homer, and 3 ribbies. To center, Griffey Jr. with the putout. Side retired for the Angels. We go to the third. It's 1-0 in favor of LA. Tomorrow we'll do the NL West. I had a request from Luke Brown to cover a Kansas City game. We will do that 2 episodes from this one. And then we will go back to division by division. And if anybody wants to see a team, let me know. I'll try to work it into the schedule. Bradley up. Phil Bradley, 190 on the year. He is 0 for 1 so far today. Top of the third. Popped up, and Glaus came over, made the putout. The third baseman, and there's 1 out in the Mariner third. Back to Harold Reynolds, 0 for 1 on the day. They look for him to bunt probably with that 10 rating. Thomas unassisted to first base, and there's 2 outs. Edgar Martinez back up, 1 for 1 on the day. Hit well to left. Anderson puts it away. And the side quickly retired for Seattle in the third. 1-0 Angels as we go to the bottom of the third. Rudolph had 29 pitches. Lackey is up to 46. Erstad up 0 for 1 on the day. Number 2 hitter for the Angels. Hit well to right. Bloomquist makes the play. 1 out. Bloomquist could play any infield and outfield position, as we were mentioning a little earlier. Babe Herman up for LA. Foul, that was the call. And we go to 0-2, because this is 1-pitch mode, not pitch by pitch. Up the middle, a base hit for Babe Herman. Griffey Jr. fields it and throws it back into the infield. Runner at first. Herman's already had 1 stolen base today. Let's go for 2. He's safe. That's the 3rd stolen base on the season for Babe Herman. It's like taking candy from a baby there. Cochran up with 1 out and a 1-0 count. This is popped up. Reynolds camping in underneath it. And there's 2 out now in the Angels' third. Chili Davis, 0 for 1 on the day. He hits this to right. Bloomquist, can he get it? It bounces off the wall. Run will score. Davis to second on a double. And it's 2-0 LA. Glaus up for the Angels with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Rudolph having a little bit of trouble getting started. He's at 41 pitches. Lackey is at 46. This is Glaus. Bradley comes in from his left field position to make the putout, and we've played 3 with the Angels ahead. 2-0. Rodriguez up for Seattle. Of course, he would go on to play for Texas and play for the New York Yankees and probably a few other teams. He is 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out. And the LA fans do not mind seeing that at all. 4 Ks now for John Lackey. That brings up John Olerud, who would go on and play for the Mets and a few other teams. I think the Blue Jays too. He is 1 for 1 on the day. He wears that helmet at first base. That's a solid base hit to right field. So Olerud aboard, 1 on and 1 out for Ken Griffey Jr. Grounded to first. Thomas will get the force at second with Fergosi covering, and there's 2 outs. So Griffey stays at first base. Didn't even try to get him. Jojima, the catcher, up. He's 0 for 1. Hit the center. Erstad, will he make a diving play? Well, it's a 50-50 ball. We'll go for it. No, he could not get to it. And Jojima winds up at second with a double. And it was Griffey, I believe, that moved to third. Bloomquist, the right fielder, up for Seattle. Base hit will probably tie the game. And it does. It is a base hit, and it is 2 runs, and we're dead even at 2 apiece. So Bloomquist brings in 2 with his single. Brings up David Bell, who is 0 for 1 on the day. Hit well to right, but Herman is going to get to it, and Seattle could do no more damage in the fourth. We are through 3.5 with the score even 2-2. Garrett Anderson 0 for 1 on the day. Wanted to call him Grady Anderson for some reason earlier. Anderson aboard with a base hit to left. Fergosi up, the shortstop. 1 for 1 so far today. A pickoff move, the old calling card. He's safe. And let's see here. Anderson's at 67. Maybe I should run him. Oh, he's out at second. Okay, so we run ourselves into an out there. Fergosi's still up. Hit the center. Griffey Jr. with the putout. I will fix that graphic that has Ken Griffey Sr. playing center field. Obviously, that would not be the case. Lee Thomas 0 for 1 on the day. Grounder. Foul ball is the call. That looked close. Rudolph at 47 pitches. Almost out of the fourth. Base hit up the middle. And Thomas is aboard. Robinson comes in, 1 for 2. Jackie Robinson. Of course, the first player of color to play in the major leagues. Great movie about Jackie Robinson called 42. So I have it in my collection, where Harrison Ford plays Branch Rickey. So the pitch to him, not Ford, but Robinson. Skied to left. Bradley, I'm sorry. Why did I say Brady? He made the put. I have Tom Brady on my brain. So we've played 4. We're dead even 2-2. Bradley back up again, 0 for 2 on the day. Lackey is at 69 pitches. And that's strikeout number 5 for John Lackey. That brings up Harold Reynolds. Reynolds is 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out. That's K number 6. Martinez, the DH, 1 for 2. And they throw to first because the pitch got away from the catcher, but still an out, as the throw to first got there in time. So we have now played 4.5. 2-2 is your score. Rudolph has 7 strikeouts, and he has pitched 52 pitches. His EPC is 130, so he could probably go a little longer than Lackey can. Erstad up for the Angels, 0 for 2. Now he's 0 for 3 as Rudolph picks up his 3rd strikeout. So Lackey has 7. My apologies. Babe Herman up 2 for 2 on the day. And that's lined right to David Bell for the 2nd out in the bottom of the 5th. Mickey Cochran 0 for 1. Reynolds to Olerud for the 3rd out. So we go to the 6th, and it's 2-2. Lackey appears strong. I am getting a message. Okay. Well, he's at 82, so he's at about a little over 16 innings a pitch. He could go one more safely, I would think. And Lackey's going to deal to A-Rod here. This will be a test of his mettle. And A-Rod hits this to left, and Garrett Anderson makes the putout at the warning track for the 1st out. Olerud 2 for 2. Grounder to second. Robinson, Thomas, 2 outs. Griffey Jr. to last chance for the M's in the top of the 6th. Skied to right, caught by Herman, and just like that, Seattle is out of the 6th inning. So we're going to head now to the Angels' 7th. As I get my 7th inning stretch ready here. Hang on a moment, folks. Okay, gotta think ahead when you do these games. It's 2-2. Chili Davis up for the Angels. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Klaus up next. That's hit to right. It's going to be close to the foul line. It is a foul ball. So we'll do it again with an 0-2 count. Base hit to right field. Bloomquist received it. And Chili Davis aboard. He has a 62% chance of a stolen base. I'm not going to try anything here. We're just going to play it patient. 69 pitches has Rudolph. 2 walks and 6 Ks so far in this game for Dick. And it's Troy Glaus up, but the pickoff move safe. And now they'll pitch to Glaus, I would think. Oh, they did a pitch out. Runner was safe. And Now with the count still 1-0, here's the deal. He struck out. 4 on the day for Rudolph. He has 7. I thought I was saying earlier he had 6 in the game. No, he has 7 in the season. This is his second start. Garrett Anderson with 1 out in the 6th for the Angels. 1 for 2. Base hit up the middle. And we're going to hold the runners because Davis is not really a good idea to move him to third with a 42% probability. So Ferguson off with the count. Not Ferguson, but Fergosi. 1 for 2. Trying to get something here off of Rudolph. Hit the center. Griffey Jr. makes the put out. And I'm going to send Davis to third. He's safe. And Anderson will move up to second with the bargain. So with 2 outs and runners at second and third, it's going to be Lee Thomas. He is the first baseman. I'm going to just do a check real fast and see if I could bring a pinch hitter in. 1 for 2 on today. We got Baylor, Chapman, Downing, Eckstein, Figgins, and Tettleton. So I don't really have a first baseman. So we'll just keep him in. Little squibber to second. Over to first, and LA out in the 6th. 250 for Seattle, 291 for Los Angeles. Seattle has left 4 on base, while Los Angeles has left 7 stranded. Lackey appears okay, so now he is at 98 pitches. We're going to watch him closely. When he gets tired, I pull him, regardless of where he is. So it's Jojima. Grounder to second base. Robinson, Thomas, 1 out. Count now 103. 7 more pitches. Bloomquist. He hits this to center. Erstad will make the put out. Might be the last batter Lackey faces as David Bell is up. That's a grounder to third, but a foul ball. Well, we're in the middle of an at-bat, so I don't pull him in mid-at-bat. 1-2 to Bell, who was 0 for 2 on the day, and that's strikeout number 8. Stretch time. He strikes you out at the old ball game. Bup. And we're back, folks. And of course, I didn't have the next scene set up, so there we go. It's a 2-2 tie between the Mariners and the Angels. Both starters still in the game, though it looks like Lackey will be headed out in the 8th. Robinson 1 for 3 facing Dick Rudolph, who has 1 K and 4 Ks and 1 walk so far in the game. Don't let that K number 8 fool you. Here's the pitch. And that's right back to Rudolph for the first out. Erstad up now for the Angels. 0 for 3, a 7 bunter. Little squibber to second base. Reynolds to Olerud for the second out. Babe Herman now up for the Angels. He is 2 for 3 so far today and has 2 stolen bases. Hit the center. Griffey Jr. with the putout. And we go to the 8th with the score even at 2-2. Lackey is tiring, I'm being told, but we were going to pull him anyway. So Seattle has righty switchy righty up. In fact, they got 3 righties out of 4, so I want to bring a guy who could control righties into the game. And Percival is probably the closer, I would think. But let me just double check that. Oh, it's Rodriguez, K-Rod. So K-Rod could face A-Rod before this game is over with. So we'll save Rodriguez, and we're going to bring in Percival. 25 pitches has he. See what he could do here with Phil Bradley, who is 0 for 3 on the day. That's a ball 4. So Thomas aboard. I'm sorry, not Thomas, but Bradley. His stolen base rating 71, but I tried to pick him off. Safe is the call. Reynolds up 0 for 3. Up the middle, Robinson gets to play at first, and that's it. And there's 2 outs now. So what happened to get 2 outs? There must have been a pickoff. We must have picked off the runner at first base. See, again, I missed that like I did in the Miami-Philadelphia game. So with 2 outs, there's Edgar. Base hit, goes to the wall, and Martinez goes for 3, and he is safe. A triple. So with 2 outs, we keep everything in play here for Rodriguez. 0 for 3. And that's for Fergosi, and Fergosi saves the Angels' bacon in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 2-2 tie. Percival's at 17 pitches, so we could probably let him pitch a little bit into the 9th. Cochran 0 for 2. Mickey Cochran, he struck out. That's number 5 for Rudolph. No running from this Rudolph. Chili Davis 2 for 3. He steps in. That's a grounder down the first base line, and they're going to call it a single, an infield single. Olerud got to it, couldn't make a play, so Chili Davis aboard for Troy Glaus. We're going to do the hit and run here. Oh, pickoff move, but Davis was back. We'll try it again. Oh, it was a stolen base attempt. Glaus swung and missed, and Reynolds got Chili Davis. So we run ourselves into an out there. Glaus now up with 2 outs. A-Rod to Olerud, and we'll go to the 9th. Percival is fine. He has 8 more pitches. Then we're going to bring in K-Rod because the home team doesn't save their pitcher for extra innings. We're going to use up Percival here. Olerud up 2 for 3, top of the 9th, a 2-2 tie, 2-6-0 for Seattle, 2-10-1. So you can see LA has missed a lot of opportunities here in this game. Probably due to some bad managing, which would be me. Robinson to Thomas, 1 out. Ken Griffey up. Might be the last batter Percival sees. He's at 21 pitches. Griffey to Fergosi to Thomas. 2 outs now, and we're right at 25, so we could pitch to Jojima. Sharply hit a base hit to right. Now that'll probably be all for Percival. Ed McKean comes in, and he will pinch run at first base for Jojima.
McKean is the new runner at first.
But we're going to go to the bullpen, and we're going to bring in K-Rod. Francisco Rodriguez, 1-0 so far on the year. A 3.75 opponent's batting average. No ERA, but his whip. Early in the year is 2. He has pitched 2 innings so far in the season. So it's K-Rod and Bloom.
Oh, hang on. Rupert Jones.
We're getting late word that Rupert Jones is entering the game as
Los Angeles, Francisco Rodriguez.
And Rodriguez also being introduced by the PA. Rupert Jones has seen 1 at-bat so far this year. He's 0 for 1. Grounder to third. They'll go for the play at first. And he's out. Out by a whisker is Rupert Jones. We'll go to the 9th with the score 2-2. Now, let's take a look at the lineup. Jesus Montero, comes into the game at catcher. He could also play first base. Rudolph is still in, and he's facing Garrett Anderson. Rupert Jones has entered the game, by the way, in right field. Rudolph at 104, and he can go 130. So here's Garrett, 2 for 3 on the day, a base hit. Can he get to second? He can. That brings up Fergosi. And I think Fergosi might just bunt him over to third if he can. They go for the lead runner and they get him. Oh. So LA shooting themselves in the foot. And that's the first out. Fergosi, usually a threat to steal, but he's 67%. We're going to go for the steal. Oh, he's out. They had a hold on him. So we're not doing great on the base paths. Last chance to avoid extras as Thomas is up, and I blame myself for that. Rodriguez, Olerud, and we go to the 10th with the score tied. 2-2 free baseball here at Angels Stadium. So Rodriguez, K-Rod, can go 25 pitches. He should get through the 10th. He faces David Bell to start it off. Base hit to left, and Bell is now 1 for 4. Bradley up. We're going to guard the lines. And we're going to play no doubles in the outfield. That's a strikeout. And we'll keep the no doubles on. For Reynolds, who's 0 for 4 on the day. He struck out. Now it goes to Edgar Martinez. Again, we'll go no doubles. Didn't know you could do that until now. This has popped up, and Fergosi's going to get the Angels defensively out of the 10th. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th with the score even, 2-2. Jackie Robinson back up. Rudolph still in the game for Seattle at 111. So he's probably got 19 good pitches. Rodriguez is at 21. His EPC 25. So we might let him pitch to one batter if there is an 11th inning. But here's Robinson. Bradley coming in, making the putout. 1 gone. Erstad 0 for 4 on the day. That's a base hit to right. That brings up Babe Herman, who's 2 for 4. Erstad is a threat to steal with 60%. Let's go for it. I'll learn one of them these days. Oh, he's out. He's out. Another caught stealing. So the Angels not doing well in the base running department tonight to their bad luck. And now Herman will be dealt with a 1-0 count. And that is flubbed off of Reynolds, and Herman is now at first base. We'll keep him there for Mickey Cochran, who is 0 for 3. Throw to first, Herman back in time. He had 2 stolen bases earlier in the game. Rudolph working Cochran. Cochran right to Rodriguez. So we go to the 11th inning. So this will be our first 11-inning game in HTBL play, as I've been doing this series. Our previous game that went extras was our last game between Milwaukee and St. Louis. It went 10, so we're going 11 for the first time. Score is tied with 2 for each side. We'll give Rodriguez one more batter here. It's going to be A-Rod, 0 for 4. A-Rod against K-Rod. Skied to left center. And that ball is not coming back. A home run for A-Rod, who vanquishes K-Rod with a leadoff homer in the top of the 11th. And now Rodriguez needs to be pulled. That is K-Rod. And let's see, we have lefty. We got 3 out of 4 of the pitchers being lefty, so we're going to look for a lefty here. And we're going to bring in LaRoche, Dave LaRoche. And he'll try to keep him at 1 run. Ball 4 for Olerud. So this could be the start of something bad for the Angels if Seattle could keep putting base runners on. Ken Griffey, 0 for 4 on the day. He hits this to right. Herman with the putout. 1 out. Montero, his first at bat today. He came in defensively in the 9th. So the pitch to him. Fergosi tries for the force at short. Over to first, double play. So LA gets out of the inning with only 1 run being given up. Bottom of the 11th, it's 3-2 in favor of Seattle. Chili Davis up. 3 for 4, now he's 3 for 5 as Rudolph picks up his 6th K. He is still in the game. Could get the complete game win. Gloss is 0 for 4. That's hit well to left. Can Bradley get to it? Yes, he can. 2 outs for Garrett Anderson. Now, Anderson hits righties .312. Do we have anybody who could do better than that? And the answer is no. So we're going to let We're going to keep him in the game. Grounder to second base, but Reynolds had trouble with that. Too hot to handle, and Anderson aboard with a base hit. Now, can't see his steal base rating, but I shouldn't try it. All the runners that have been caught stealing in this game, I kind of blew the game for them already. Vergosi is 1 for 4. He hits righties 269. So let's see. I have another shortstop in David Eckstein, and I can bring Chapman in to pinch hit for him. So we bring in Ben Chapman, who is the only player in baseball history that was fatally beamed by a pitched ball in 1920. He has had 5 at-bats so far this season without a hit. Conference on the mound, which will quickly disperse. Here's the pitch to Chapman. Hit the right center. But to Jones, and the game is over. Seattle prevails 3-2. So it was 3 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for Seattle. LA had 2 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. We went 3 hours and 27 minutes of simulated time. Playing this one out, the MVP of the game was Dick Rudolph, who went the distance, 11 innings pitched. You don't see that anymore these days. So I'm going to play out the Rays game. We'll do a recap of games played in our next episode, and then we will head to the National League West Division, where we'll either have LA, San Diego, San Francisco, or Arizona doing battle. 2 of those 4 teams. This has been Big Paulie coming to you, wishing you well, Godspeed, and God bless. Enjoyed doing this game for you all. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.